The United States Holocaust Memorial Museum's Risa K. Lambert Midwest event is coming back and in person again this year after a brief hiatus. WGN is one of the sponsors of the event, which will also offer a virtual element. And joining us now to talk more about it is Jill Weinberg. Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, very important subject matter.
Thank you. Very happy to share it.
Tell us a little bit about the museum, the National Museum in Washington, D.C. for some of the viewers who have not been there or haven't heard much about it.
So the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum is located on the National Mall in our nation's capital. We have many wonderful smaller projects in this country, but only one National Museum. And this next year, it will be the 30th anniversary for the museum, so we have a lot to celebrate. I've been very fortunate to have worked with the museum for over 30 years, even before it was created.
Talk to us a little bit about the local efforts. I know you have a location in Highland Park, juxtaposed with the average survivor of the Holocaust has got to be in their late 80s, early 90s. Great efforts are being made for those people to record their stories, but they're not going to be with us forever. So how do you carry on their message here?
Well, you are absolutely right. We are the last generation that will live with the actual eyewitnesses of the crimes. So that is all the survivors who are presently with us and who we have lost in years. It's also the liberators. It's also the news people who saw this with their own eyes. And it is incredibly important that we preserve those stories. The museum preserves those stories through oral histories, through many encouraging books that have been written, films that have been done. And what you have seen is that in the last 30 years, more and more of those stories have emerged as survivors have been encouraged to tell their stories.
In this job, I've had the pleasure of being able to speak to Holocaust survivors, and their spirits are indomitable, right? And they always have a really good attitude. They're optimistic, but they're realistic too. There is this current state of affairs with anti-Semitism here locally, nationally, and the world. Where are we at with that?
Well, I too have learned a lot from Holocaust survivors, and I've been so amazed at their ability to rebuild their lives after tragedy. And it's been very interesting to see when others have tragedy, whether it is the genocide in Rwanda, whether it is what is happening in the Ukraine today, to see how we look to survivors, we look to their models of how did, after surviving this ultimate tragedy, how did they rebuild their lives? How did they find beauty in the world again, in goodness in others? How did they create family and friends? And they have been incredibly inspiring to me.
You have an event that's coming up here soon, and I'm going to tell people about that, but how do you think the schools are doing at the secondary and high school level with teaching the lessons of the Holocaust? And not just throwing them in a one-week lesson about World War II.
We have seen tremendous growth in the schools in terms of teaching Holocaust education and in the ways that they teach it. Certainly when I was a young child, it wasn't taught at all in the schools. And if there was a book that I read, it was about Anne Frank.
I find that so hard to believe. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's very little.
Nothing when I was a child. Absolutely nothing in the schools. So we have seen growth, but we have seen also the need for much more information and for teachers to be trained in order to teach this subject matter. It's a very difficult subject matter. It can't be taught in an hour or in a day. It needs the depth and the understanding. On the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum's website, we have an entire area devoted to helping teachers to teach this subject matter. And also the website is available in 13 different languages, so that whatever language a student, a teacher, a scholar understands and can learn, they can have access to this anywhere in the world.
I think it says if you don't know history, the mistakes of the past will be repeated.
We have seen that.
We thank you so much for your time. As I said, here's what you need to know. The Risa K. Lambert Midwest event, September 14th. For more info, check out social media or ushmm.org. Jill, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.